I'm pretty sure anyone watching this video knows about the O1 series that OpenAI has released recently. So they have given us two models right now. The first one is O1 Preview and the second one is O1 Mini. And O1 Preview is very good at analysis. So you can give it any data and it's going to give you a great analysis, just like a data analyst would give you. But right now this model, or you can say this environment, has a limitation that you cannot attach files to it. Now obviously if you want to analyze something, analyze files, you would want the capability to just put in your files here and tell it to analyze them. But that is not available. And to solve that, I have designed this simple automation that you can see on screen, and that too without writing a single line of code. So after you've built out this simple automation, you will have a drive folder in your Google Drive wherein you can upload as many files as you want in whichever format. Does not matter. It does not matter how long your content is. All you have to do is come here, drop in your files, and then this automation is going to process that file with OpenAI's O1 Preview model. And even if ChatGPT gives you the feature of uploading files or attaching files, it's still gonna be a manual thing for you, right? You'll still have to kind of come here, attach it, and then you get the results and then you paste it somewhere, and it's a hassle. Instead, you would just want an automation wherein you can come in, drop your files, forget it, and then get your results, that too in a well-formatted manner. Well, I think I've talked a lot and I need to show you how this automation runs in action. So this is some testing data that I've put together with the help of ChatGPT, okay? So I'm just gonna download this. So you could download it in any format. I'm just gonna do a CSV for now. Okay, I'm gonna come back to my drive folder and drop in the file here. Once it is uploaded, I'm gonna come back to my automation and I'll run it. And as you can see, it has started running. Currently, it is being processed with OpenAI's O1 Preview model. And a quick spoiler, you won't have to click this run button every time. It's gonna be done automatically. I'll show you how at the end of the video, but for now, let's look at the results. Okay, so we've got the results. So basically, OpenAI's O1 model just created a whole document for us. Can you believe it? Well, let's see what it has really created. Okay, we go here. And this is the PDF, or you can say the analysis report that O1 has given us. So it starts with an introduction, right? It gives you an introduction. Then we go over to the data overview, basically looking at the different variables of the fields. Okay, then comes the main part, that is the data analysis. So firstly, starting with the numerical statistics. Okay, so all of the math, everything, tables, countries, sort by payment method, and more. Then it gives you insights, or you can say recommendations. No, recommendations are here. So these are insights. For example, USA and Canada are the top performing countries, contributing approximately 78% of the total revenue. And similarly, it is giving you recommendations like continue to promote and expand the electronics product line, right? And then it's telling you to intensify marketing efforts in US and Canada. So basically, it is analyzing your data and giving you firstly the analysis, secondly insights, and thirdly recommendations. And the best part, you can change it as you want. If you don't want the data overview, just tell it not to have this. If you want something else that is crucial for your business, just tell it, and it is going to take that into account while creating your document. So I hope you're impressed by now. And one more thing that I would like to tell you before jumping in would be that after this Google Sheet module, you could add any module like your email, you could add Slack, you could add literally any messaging platform where you would like to receive the generated document, right? Because you're not always going to come into make.com to check that. So what you would instead want is that you drop in your files, you forget it, and then after say 2 minutes, you receive an email with the PDF that was generated, right? So that's the goal. Well, anyways, if you're excited, let's get into it. Before that, let me give you a quick introduction. So my name is Yashika Jain. I'm the founder of Automates AI. At Automates AI, we build automated systems for businesses that use the power of AI. So this is a very simple version of what we do, but we generally create complex workflows using platforms like make.com and APIs like OpenAI to kind of automate the manual tasks and save time, as well as improve productivity as well as efficiency. Apart from that, I'm also an AI automation consultant. So if anybody is looking for any consultancy on how they can automate a certain workflow, or they're stuck somewhere, so in that case, they reach out to me, we get on calls, and I kind of use my expertise to solve that problem. Well, if you would like to work with us, or if you would like to book a call with me, then every information is in the description below. Well, now we can finally get started. So if anybody is wondering which platform I'm using, so I am using Make.com. So Make.com is a no-code automation platform where you can easily, build these automations and kind of connect your different apps. Like in this automation, we're connecting Google Drive, OpenAI, as well as Google Docs. If you don't already have an account with Make.com, I have an affiliate link in the description below. So if you use that, you're going to get a free trial. So consider clicking on the link and creating an account with them. After you have created an account with them, you would land on a dashboard something like this. Okay, in the beginning, if you have a free trial, great. If you don't, you don't need a paid plan anyways, so you can just start with a free plan or a free trial plan, and then click on create a new scenario to create your automation. So Make.com works on a trigger and event basis. So as soon as something happens, the subsequent actions take place. So in our case, the trigger would be whenever I upload any file to my Google Drive account, it should trigger the automation and the subsequent actions should take place. So I'm gonna go with Google Drive and then watch files in a folder. After that, it's going to ask you to connect your Google Drive account with Make.com so that it can access your stuff. So please do that. After that, you would be somewhere here. Then you have to select a folder where you're planning to drop in your files. So in my case, it is this folder, and I would like to drop in my files into this folder. If you don't already have a folder, please create a new folder, name it, and then select it right here. So we select this. Okay, you can keep the limit to whatever you want, and the file types would be all. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to go okay and save. So until now, the automation knows that, okay, we have got a new file. After that, we would like to download the file. So for that, we're going to use the download a file module. Again, we're going to connect our Google Drive. Then we're going to mention the file ID from the previous module. Okay, so whichever file came in, we're going to give it the file ID, and we're going to tell it that please download the file so that the automation can use it. Also, please don't forget to name your automation. You can name it anything, it's up to you. So you could say something like Data Analyst, AI Agent, or whatever. It does not matter. Okay, so firstly, let's run it till this point to make sure everything is working. So I'm just gonna move myself here, and I'm just gonna make a copy of this file. Then copy created. Okay, so the file is copied. Basically, I have put in a new file in the folder. I'm gonna go back here. I'm gonna go run once, and let's see if it picks up the file. Yes, it did. Okay, yeah. So in your case, just go to new and upload a file. But in my case, I already had the file, so I just kind of duplicated it. So from here, we can continue building the other actions. So if you come here, you will be able to see the output of that particular action. Okay, so in our case, let's see if everything looks good. Yes, okay. And if you see here, for data, we have got the binary data from Google Drive. Okay, so it's in binary code. Instead, we would just want the text data of the file. So for that, we're going to go and create another module. We're going to go to tools and then set variable. You can name your variable anything. In my case, I'm just going to go with extracted data. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to convert our binary data into text. Okay, so for that, firstly, please search a function here that says toString. Okay, so even if you do str, you're going to find it here. So it says toString. We're going to select this. Okay, we're going to come in the middle of these brackets, and then we are going to put in the data. So just put in your this one here and this here. Okay, So now what would happen is that the binary data would be converted into text using this particular function. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, and let's again run it to make sure things are working. Let's go back to the folder, make a copy. Okay, and run once. Okay, and let's see. Okay, yeah, we have the data. So this was the exact text that I had on my CSV, and we have got it. Now we can finally pass it on to our OpenAI's O1 model, that is the O1 preview. So we are going to go to OpenAI and then create a completion. Then it's going to ask you to create a connection. So for that, you would have to go to your OpenAI account, create an API key and connect it here. I have another video on that. I'm just going to link it here. If you already have it, great. Now we're going to select the model. Oh, I'm so excited. So if you can see here, we have the O1 series, and I'm going to select O1 preview here. Okay, now it will give you a placeholder to add your messages, but before that, please put your maximum completion tokens to nothing. Basically, just keep it empty so that we don't get any errors regarding that. Okay, so now let's add in our messages. So right now, OpenAI's O1 model does not support system messages, or you can say system instructions. It only supports user instructions. So let's go with user. Okay, so now it's time for us to put in the prompt. So I'm just going to go back to my automation that I had, where I had already done all of the hard work. So yeah, this was the prompt that I had written. I'm just going to copy it and put it here and then explain what it means in a second. So you are a data analyst AI agent provided with data. Okay, so if you're dealing with CSV data, just put in CSV. If you also do PDFs, then just remove this. Okay, your task is to analyze this data and deliver meaningful interpretations to aid in decision making. Okay, so first we're kind of giving it a role like, who you are, what you do. Okay, and then we come to the instructions. So what does it really have to do? Firstly, it has to understand the data. Okay, so review the CSV structure, the headers, the data types, the variables and everything. Then data pre-processing. So handle the missing values and all of this, blah, blah, blah. You can give it a read if you want. Okay, after that comes the main part, that is the analysis. So for the analysis, compute the summary statistics for numerical and categorical data. Okay, identify correlations and trends between the variables, then give insights and recommendations, and lastly, present your analysis in a clear and structured format using headings, bullet points and all of that. Then we give it a few guidelines like, don't use jargons, maintain a professional tone and all of that. Give us a well-formatted document. So in case you're wondering how you're going to write the prompt, don't worry. I'm going to share this entire prompt with you in the description below, and you can use it to create your automation. Okay, and yeah, so if you've read it through, you will see that I have told it to respond in HTML language instead of plain text. So why is that? So the reason why is that we're creating a document out of it, okay? And we want our document to be beautiful. We want to have boldness, we want to have tables, we want to have like a well-formatted document. So that is the reason why I'm telling you to use HTML, that kind of allows you to have all of these different tags and styles and everything, okay? So yeah, just make sure to have that. And then we're providing it with the data. I'm going to remove this and put in the freshly gotten data here. Okay, and then we're going to go okay. So a quick summary. Firstly, we're finding the file, we're triggering the automation as soon as we get a file, then we are downloading the file. After that, we're converting the binary data into text so that our OpenAI model can use it. Then we're passing in the extracted text to OpenAI so that it can analyze it and then give us its output in an HTML format, and then we're going to use HTML to kind of generate the document. One more thing, feel free to change any of this. Okay, so let's say that you would want to have one more header here. So just feel free, just put in your header here, give it the instructions, and then this is how you kind of customize your, okay, the spelling went really wrong, instructions, yeah. And this is how you customize your end result or your end output. So yeah, just feel free to do that. There is no restriction regarding that. I'm going to delete this and go okay. And please don't forget to save your automation. Yeah. And lastly, we're going to create a document out of it. So we're going to go Docs, Google Docs. We're going to go create a document. Okay, it's going to ask you to connect your Google Docs account. Please do that. After that, give it a name. I think the file name is fine. Or you could say something like analyzed file name. Okay. And the content is going to come from our OpenAI module. Okay. And where do you want the new document to be? Well, fairly just select the dash, that means the root folder, okay, and click on OK. And that's it. Your automation is completed. Do you even believe it? Well, let's test it and make sure everything is working fine and we have not done anything stupid. I'm gonna make a copy again and we go here. Let's see if the copy is done. Yep. And run once. Let's see. And just know that this OpenAI's O1 module, this one is gonna take time because it does not take in the input and give out the output on the go like the other models. No, it thinks through a series. Okay, so it takes in your input, it generates an output, then it takes in the output as the input, it generates the next output, and so on and so forth. And that is exactly what makes this model very, very powerful. Okay, so if you want to see what your O1 model gave you, you can simply come here and select result, and you will see some code here, and this code is exactly what I was talking about, HTML. Okay, then you will see that, okay, our header is this, then this is the paragraph, another header, then these are some bullet points, all of that. You don't have to worry about that. You don't. Okay, and then we get our sheet. Just copy the web view link and go to a new tab and open it. And that's going to get you your report. So yeah, this is how the report looks like. Kind of similar to what we had in the beginning. Yeah. And so this is like a 3-page report, I guess. Yeah, it is. Okay, so from this point, it is up to you where you would like to receive this file basically. So you could either do Gmail, okay, so you could do Gmail, send an email, or you could do Slack. Okay, so Slack and then create a message. It's up to you, and just make sure to include the web view link. You could also include the export link if you want. So export PDF link, up to you. Okay. So now you have this powerful automation and this powerful Google Drive wherein you can put in n number of files. You can put in CSVs and PDFs and everything. And that is going to be taken by the automation. One more thing, talking about the scheduling. So it's up to you how often you would want this automation to run. So let's say you would want it to run every day at this time. So that makes sense, right? So it's gonna run at that time, say 8:09 p.m. and it's gonna take any files in the folder that have not been processed, and it's gonna process them. It's gonna create the document and send you an email or a Slack message or whatever. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn it off because I don't want it right now. Or you could also select it to be let's say every hour. You can select it to be at days of the week. You can select it to be on specific dates, or if you don't want to keep it on, you can just select on demand, and then every time you want to run it, just come on to make.com and run it. Okay, so that's another one, but for this you would have to come to make.com every time, and that is not something we want. We want it to be 100% automated, and that's why we go with something like, let's say every day at 8 p.m. Okay, so that's how you turn that on and you use the automation. So I hope this video was valuable. Feel free to play with the prompt. Feel free to change all of these. If you don't want the insights, remove it. If you want this, keep it. It's up to you. Customize your document, your report as you want. Okay, if you want your file to be colorful, tell it. tell it to OpenAI and it's gonna make your file just as you like. If you would want it to be 10 pages long, tell it, it's gonna do that. Okay, so it's all in the power of the prompt. You're gonna find this prompt in the description below. So yeah, just save the automation and this is done. Okay, so that's it for the video. I hope this was valuable and I hope you would set this up. If so, go to the link in the description, create a make.com account, use my prompt, use the video, create the automation for yourself. If you face any issues, let me know in the comments below. Apart from that, if you are looking for consulting or coaching regarding AI and automation, then I have the link to my calendar in the description below. You can book in a slot, we can hop in a call. I can help you with mapping out how you can take your manual workflows and convert them into automated automations like these. We could also do some troubleshooting. Let's say you faced any error you're not able to solve, then I can help you do that. So in any manner, if you want to use my expertise, just go to the description and book in a call. Apart from that, if you would like to work with an AI automation agency and outsource your manual to automated journey, then again I have the link to my website in the description, and we take all sorts of AI and automation projects that aim to save hours and hours every single week. And yeah, if you're interested just to connect with me, then I also have the link to my LinkedIn in the description below. Don't forget to send me a connection request and I would be more than happy to connect. Well, I guess I talk a lot. Anyways, I'll meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.